Hey, all right. What's going on? Edward in the background over there doing his work. We're back on Tony's Corner. My name is Sabir, or AKA Tony Jr., as I like to call me. I go Sabir with another podcast with the Rockets, Red Nation, Rowdy Red Nation. Plug for that as well. But today I'm here to kind of talk about why I have decided to start doing a YouTube channel or vlog or hat. Look at this going. I like wearing this hat. So you see that I'm always about Rockets, even though we're doing a Tony's Corner here. But anyways, let me get back to it. Is that I'm doing a Tony's Corner slash these podcasts because of what has conspired to this point. And basically, what I'm going to talk about are the adventures that have been here at this store. I was speaking with my girlfriend, Allie. We've been together a little over 5 years now. But time out, man. It's coming. I'm gonna propose to her sometime. Yeah, we like to make it a surprise. At this point, though, it ain't no surprise. Everybody's on board, just waiting to know when. But so basically, I've been with her for 5 years, and it's been the best relationship of my life. So I definitely have found the one. But with that, we've spent a lot of time together, and it was over this course of time that I spent a lot of time with her that I was like, hey, I started giving her a lot of insight to my past. I'm a little bit a few years older than her, decades, but that doesn't stop us from making a beautiful relationship through the hardships that we've had in this relationship or whatnot. But I'm just giving you a little background on why I am to the point of where I'm at right now. The point of where I'm at right now, as far as Tony's Corner coming about, is because of all the stories that I have told her. A lot of them stemming from being here at Tony's Market, 6030 Dashwood, Houston, Texas, 77081. We do check cashing. We also have a transportation business if you want to get a stretch limo for a wedding or a ride to the airport if you need, just in a regular trip. And also the convenience store. We have beer, cigarettes, and snacks and ice and stuff like that. Regular old small mom and pop convenience store located in Southwest Houston, Texas. We can definitely say near the intersections of Bel Air and Hillcroft. And the things that I have experienced here, with just all the knowledge that I've gained in understanding this neighborhood, understanding the people in this neighborhood, all the things that have happened in this neighborhood. It's left me with a lot of experiences, number one, knowledge of these streets, and because ultimately I like to talk a lot too, I can go on and talk about things days for days, just talking about whatever I have experienced. I'm real good at that, but being with the Rockets too, with the Red Rowdies, I've also gained a lot of networking skills, promotion skills as far as promoting the Red Rowdies, the Rockets, and now it's all about, because the things that I've done, I'm now promoting my experiences that I've had in my life or I've endured. And so with that being said, this is why I'm wanting to start this. I know a lot of people too, per se, that I have a lot of people from my old side of the hood or side of the city where I come from in the Webster, Friendswood, Third Lake area. Rough streets out there. And well, we got a rough person coming in now. So that's another thing too that I want to touch up on is the people that I've known from the main streets of Webster, Clear Lake, Friendswood. I used to live out that side and then moved this side, and been here over a decade in the Meyerland, Bel Air area. Basically in Sharpstown, basically where I was actually born, and then just moved to the other side of the city. And learning about that I come back to work in the area where I was born, and just knowing that even my life back then in that part of the town, I have a lot of lifelong friendships and friends that most of them I've kind of lost touch with. A lot of them I still talk to on the phone or via Facebook or some shit like that. But a lot of these stories now have been coming since working here, my family has or did own it for 25 years. And I initially just started working for my father back in 97, 98. So about 22 years now that I've been working. Been working here specifically, but working for, my father and his wife. Put myself through college. Got myself a degree in computer networking administrative applied science degree with all kinds of stuff as far as web page development, visual basic, security, building a computer, all that stuff. I have all that, which is probably outdated now because I got that in 2005, and it was a store that put me through college. And shout to San Jack South Campus, alma mater. But once I did that, I was always searching for jobs around 2005 in the computer world, and I was always basically going for entry-level jobs, trying to get these networking entry-level jobs here in Houston, and I was being beat out by Enron execs that were 10-year execs, because the fall of Enron is still at this time in 2005, 2006. There was a lot of people trying to get these entry-level jobs because everybody was out of work. And that's what I was doing. I was always competing with these guys and always getting turned down. And I found out too, of course, it's you can know all your stuff, which I knew all my degree in that profession, but it's also who you know. And that was a lot of stuff that was going on at that time. So after searching for like a year or so, I just finally said, you know what, man, my father's Persian. I'm half Persian, half Mexican. That's a little bit about myself as well. But Persians, they love to own businesses, and that's just kind of how I went in line with. I got this degree, and there was a family business that supported that. Then in turn, when I couldn't find anything, I just found my niche here, and I've been doing it for a long time now. Of course, any business does have its ups and downs. I've been good times and bad times throughout this whole ordeal. But that's just basically what got me here was that. And I took ownership in 2009. In 2009, I took ownership, and then I started doing, the little things here and there to promote the businesses and the websites and all that stuff. As far as with the transportation business, with Tony's Market, the check cashing that we have here, and this is the check cashing booth that we have. So it's a little small booth here with my the market cash register out there in the other office. So what all this is to do is to say that the people that have come through the door here, and I have already mentioned that before, but just to update you on that, a lot of the customers, main customers are crackheads, prostitutes, homeless, crack dealers. Okay, it's legit. Please take this to the police if they want to come out here and clean this neighborhood. More power to you, HPD. I love y'all. And even though y'all size me up and make me turn off my machines, and I can't make money in the COVID times. This is where I'm at right now. Okay, so back to the whole gist is that the experiences that I have in this store with all these crackheads, dealers, prostitutes, and stuff like that, nasty ones at that too, are my customers and walk through the door. And those are about, let's say, about 60%. And the other 40% of my customers are the Hispanic, which there's a lot of Hispanic in this area, starting with Honduran, El Salvadorian, Mexican, and Guatemalan. That's a lot of the Hispanics in this area. Heavily Honduran and El Salvadorian, but real heavy Honduran. Pupusas, man, that's around here too. Which I'm even thinking about doing in Elote and Chill. Another plug, my other business. We have a food truck here too as well. That was mine, that I started myself here as my own baby. I took over the family business in 2009, and then I started the food truck 3 years ago. But so 60% is about Hispanic based, and that's because we share a building with the taco stand. And this taco stand, they have good street tacos. They do tacos, tortas, quesadillas, and burritos, nachos as well. And so that's when I came up with the food truck to do side items, elote with roasted corn and also snow cone. Okay, so we got those out of the way. And that's also the customers, the customers that we bring in. And they're honestly, those Hispanics are great customers. Amazing. They buy a lot of tacos. They have a lot of business over here, and I only get like maybe even 30%. We'll go 30%, 40%, but I want that to be the bigger part rather than the crackheads, prostitutes, drug dealers, gang members, if I didn't say that one too. That's a heavily gang area, and I'm not going to plug no gangs or anything like that, but there's been turf wars, gang wars, drive-by shootings, robberies, all the such that's happened in this area, not this area, but this store in particular, and this shopping center. That's the two businesses with us and the taco stand next door. So after giving it a lot of thought and also trying to find the perfect time, which COVID lockdown, COVID-19, has put us in this position for me to do that. Now, I won't tell you if it's going to be for fame or fortune that I'm doing this. If that can come along with it, people take the ride with me and listen to my podcast or YouTube channel or whatever. I would love that and support me in what I'm doing. At the same time, this is more to chronologically give a thing for me personally that I can go back over. Even after some of these stories that I have are just ones that, remind me of who it's made me today, the decisions I've made. Kanye West once said, "Everything I'm not makes me everything I am." So that's kind of where I'm at with this right now, and now I'm happy to do it. Now I'm ready to do it. Now is the time that I want to go ahead and start doing these vlogs, basically to give you an impression of the things that I've gone through. This is, like I said, this is something that I've been wanting to do for quite some time, and honestly not trying to it also goes to say that I'm starting here with this niche basically as Tony's Corner, because a lot of the stuff that I really even just have stories on will bounce from here. It's just Tony's Corner is where it's starting from. My alias is Tony Jr., aka Tony Montoya. My mother's maiden name was Montoya, and the name of the store is Tony's, and I picked up being Tony Jr., which Tony Sr. or just Tony is my father, who also is a co-owner here with me now. It's just me and him for maybe 14 years, and it's in the past 5 years, really the business has set heavily on my shoulders to make the bigger decisions, the final decisions, maybe you want to say. Also, being a business owner for this long in this area with Tony's Corner, Tony's Market, I think I got a lot to share. I think I got a lot to say. And so, with that being said, the scariest motherfucker on this block over here, maybe I'm not on your block, but on these streets here, I mean, I gotta be protected, just because of my business in this neighborhood. But a lot of people, they respect me because of the things that have happened here, and the way I've defended myself and fought back from injustices that have happened. But just the everyday life too. I mean, like I was gonna say earlier, is that these people that come in are like Walmart customers, man. That's some of the most fucking funniest shit you see. I mean, even I got a sign over here that says COVID is real shit, and one thing I won't accept is titty money. Do you know how much titty money I see in a day from these fucking people? Like, I do wear gloves. I was wearing gloves and I was getting shit for wearing gloves. Oh, this guy here, too. What do you want? Man, he ain't here, man. Okay, see, one of the crackheads owe money. Okay, so one thing too, like I was saying, is that the Walmart customers, I mean, Tony's Market customers, beat Walmart customers. Let me tell you that right now. All right? And every day is always some person that, I almost think this is going to be my calling. I need to help people now. I've even started picking up in the past year, reading the Bible. I've been getting spiritual. It's been real eye-opening for me. But, being here, it's been really tough, at some points. And I think the most stress comes from the check cashing. I might even do that too, is that people who are crooks, they like to cheat people out of money and bad checks. So that will be something too. I'm going to call out people who owe money. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call them out that they owe me money on my programs. And if there's some legalities to them, fuck your legalities. Okay? Because Mr. Mo with Mo's Towing has a non-sufficient check, and the owner is acting like he don't own it, he's just some employee. Mo, and the guy's name is Mo, and the check is in his to his employee, and it's his company called Mo Tow. He's a towing company. His number is 713-782-0202. It's public information, Mo. You motherfucker. You come pay me my money, okay? And I think maybe that'll help me too, because I've had a lot of stress. Like, this is dyed here. There's a lot of gray here from the stress that I've endured right here in this fucking office because of these motherfuckers, okay? I have stacks and stacks. These are all return checks. Look, stacks. We go through of people who have conned my father or I out of our money. I mean, we've taken hits over hundreds of thousands. Thank God that we've all actually stayed afloat to pay bills and still be in business. That's what I think the Lord for. I really do. But I'm gonna keep this as far as Tony's Corner and motherfuckers that owe money. I'm gonna call them out, just like I'd call out any of these poor customers that come through here that act like a fucking fool. You know, like I mean, from the bathroom break guy to, you know, a prostitute that wanted to use the restroom, and she comes in wanting to use the restroom too. This is an extension of bathroom breaks, by the way. I'll talk about. She comes in because I didn't get to tell it. She comes in saying, "Can I use the restroom?" She comes in with a prostitute coworker, all right, and they both get in there in here, and they're like, "Can we use the restroom?" And I'm like, you know, no, I'm sorry, you can't. And of course, they get short with me too. Like, I want to use the restroom. I gotta. I'm like, you know, there's a Fiesta down the road. You can go use theirs, okay? Harris County, Houston, City of Houston, health department came in here and said, lock your fucking restroom door. Can't nobody use it. Almost verbatim. And warned me, I get citations, etc., etc. So I get that, right? But the girl was like, I gotta really use it bad. And I was like, that's only for me and my employees. I'm sorry, you can't use it. And she's like, but I'm on my fucking period. I need to go change it out. I mean, you know, I know women love to use that as an excuse. And I'm not saying that she was doing that as an excuse just so she could take a piss or a shit or whatever, right? But no prostitute's livelihood is worth my fucking life when I'm trying to sit here and be here an essential worker and, you know, try to make money to keep the lights on in here. You know, part of my for doing that, and that I am an essential worker, because I know there's a lot of people out of jobs right now, but this is the situation I'm in, and I'm telling it from my point of view. And that's what I'm trying to say, is that the things, even too, right now in the COVID times, I'm an essential worker. I should be here. And she said she had to use the restroom because she had her period going, and I said, well, what the fuck are you out here working, doing your job on a period? I mean, you're a prostitute, right? On your fucking period. It's gross. That's occupational hazard. Take a fucking 7-day sabbatical each month because you got your fucking period. But honestly, they don't give a shit. Give you a fuck. I feel sorry for the poor staff that's paying for that pussy. And you gotta go through shit like that and get some prostitute's blood on your shit. Like, that's fucking gross. Right? And I know that's gross, and it should be on me to let the poor girl use it. But guess what? No, that's not worth my livelihood. I don't even care if she don't have COVID. What else kind of disease she has? You know what I mean? Hepatitis. Herpetitis. Anything. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't fucking know. And then I get bitched out because I won't let them use the restroom. And then they will say, like, Tony, you know me. You know that I do this. Yes, I know you. Yes, I know you a prostitute. Yes, you've been here for 5 to 10 fucking years doing this shit, spreading your legs to get money when that ain't none of my fucking business. Which I've even, I try to get them outlawed over here. I run these bitches out just like I do the fucking crackheads or the stanky ass homeless. I run them out with fucking Raid or fucking Lysol. They work good. Okay, so that's a lot of what I'm trying to say. I can go on and on about the stuff that does go on here. Business-wise too, the things that I've endured watching business. I don't have a business degree. I got a computer degree, but I learned business like a motherfucker. And part of my French, and sometimes it will get out. I'm trying to stop cussing, so you'll see me try to progress on that. When I'm really heated, I do a lot of cussing. So, but all these things surround what I'm coming up with now is Tony's Corner, and I love it. I came up with it off the top of my head, like Hello Dame Chill and a few other things. It's called Tony's Market / the Check Cashers, and it's at the corner of Rampart and Dashwood. Excuse me, in Southwest Houston, Texas. And I thought, you know what? It's been Tony's Corner for this long, and this has been our business and this business property for so long. That's what I came up with, Tony's Corner. So, in conclusion, I have a lot of stuff that's going to be mainly I'm pointing to be funny, because I would love to get a laugh out of my life and the things you want to follow along with. And I'm very blunt, so I'll tell it very bluntly and factual. At the same time, if you find that offensive or anything like that, I'm not here to be political in any way about my views or stuff like that. Just the things that are coming up in my mind from the experiences that I've had. Maybe you have some similar experiences, but from a different perspective and a different side of town in a different neighborhood, somewhere else. But right here, 6030 Dashwood, corner of Rampart and Dashwood, is why this is getting started. And I hope that you follow along and understand the shit that I've gone through here in this store and endured. And I hope that you can laugh with me or laugh at me. One of the two. Because I really don't give a shit. I just want to make sure you press subscribe. So that'll be my next thing right now. Please go down there, or a little link or whatever when I get it sorted out and edited and cut for ready to be put out for the public view. Subscribe, and I'll keep putting out more shit and content for you to listen to. And I might even plug, I guess before I move on to, I'll say that it was my girlfriend who was like, you got so many stories, and she felt inspired for me to start a YouTube channel because she's into podcasts and blogs. So this idea really came from Allie, my girlfriend, and now I'm just trying to make this thing something personal or something public for people to follow along with. And I think too that with that, she gave me a few people to watch, and I actually did. I watched Tana Mojo, I believe, and a few episodes I watched of her last year, and I even tweeted her one time, and maybe I'll even send this out to her. Tana Mojo, shout out. The reason I'm starting this too is because a lot of things I heard her talk about, it was almost like I wanted to give her advice on the things that she did. And the one was about the whole incidents that she had in trying to get into Europe or London or some shit like that. I had the same thing, but it wasn't as difficult as her being locked up in a cell. They just shuffled me right on through and said, "Here you go, buddy." And let me tell you, I was sideways when I went to Heathrow and do customs over there. And this is just a wonderful story about how I got through customs over in London, and coming from Amsterdam at that too. And so watching her, I could tell that I was giving her advice. I'd be like almost like a storyteller, YouTuber. Don't shoot me if that's not what it is, because that's just what I am being told. And I'm somebody that's going to be going the route of storytelling, because I got a lot of stories to tell. And so with that all being said, thank you, Tana. Definitely first goes to my girlfriend, Allie. Second to Tana, because I was getting the information of how I want to go about what I have, because I know I've wanted to start it somewhere and do something, and now is the time where I'm going to be putting out a lot of content about stuff that I've experienced, and it's going to be interesting. And I'm not here like any of them YouTubers making them millions of dollars, and I'm a hard-working motherfucker just like yourself. I'm fortunate enough to take over a family business because of my family. And honestly, I say a lot to these guys too, is that if I wasn't fortunate for my father and my mother, God rest her soul, I wouldn't be out here. I'd probably be out here on the streets with the rest of these people, because I was actually born in this area and then just moved to a different side of the city. I came back here several years later, and then even worked here several years to find out that I was born in this area. Sharpstown, what's up? Shout out to Sharpstown and SWAT. So with that being all said, I know I've been trying to conclude this for so long. I just wanted to get it all out. This is why that's surrounding a lot of why I wanted to do this, and why I want to call it Tony's Corner and start somewhere as far as podcast, because I felt like this was destined for me to do. Regardless if you follow it or not, I'm going to be putting content out there to let you know about the crazy shit that I've seen. And it's not as glamorous as some of those YouTubers out there, but it's real nigga shit. It's real stuff. And so that's what I want to do, is do that. And that quote was from Night School. So don't think I'm racist or anything like that. That was a quote from Night School. So with all that being said, Tony's Corner, it's coming at you, buddy. Wait for the next content to come through, because I got some customers. I gotta go take care of these crackheads and prostitutes. Over and out. I'll see you at the next one.